Hello and welcome to TV Talks, the show where I take a look at both the good and the bad of what television has to offer. Today is definitely going to be fun to say the least. It's Disney's Milo Murphy's Law. As you can expect, it airs on Nickelodeon. No, it airs on Disney Channel. Who would have guessed? Now, it is created by the creators of Phineas and Ferb, one of Disney Channel's most successful shows in recent history. And just by looking at it, you can easily tell that. It's got the same kind of writing style, it's got the same animation, same character designs, pretty much. It's definitely very similar, and, well, I liked Phineas and Ferb until I didn't. Really, I like the show itself, but I don't want to watch more than one episode at a time because, let's face it, it's basically the same thing over and over again. I mean, sure, they do put spins on it every so often, but the show was pretty much the same over and over and over and over and over again. Not to say that it was a poorly written show, it was definitely better than other repetitive shows like Pokemon or Scooby-Doo. It actually put effort into it, and those songs, those are super catchy songs. So when Phineas and Ferb ended, I was surprised, but I was happy to see it go. It went on for quite a while. And, well, it had a very successful run. Made a lot of people happy, made a lot of people laugh, made a lot of people start dancing due to those songs. But then I heard that there was a new one that they were making, Milo Murphy's Law. And when I heard about it, I got very excited. But then I got really excited when I heard who was playing the title character and singing the theme song. Weird Al Yankovic. I'm not kidding you, folks. He is the star of this show, so after the Weird Al show, which I should talk about someday, Weird Al will be returning to children's programming with Milo Murphy's Law. And I got very, very excited for that. I downloaded the first episode for free on iTunes, not illegally. They were just giving it away for free. Watched it, and I really liked it. It was very, very good. So then I sought out more episodes and watched more and more and more. What's it about? Well, it's about this kid named Milo, who is new to the town, and he's got the worst luck ever. No matter what happens to him, no matter where he goes, things always blow up, fall on him, get destroyed, earthquakes will happen, they'll get submerged and stuff. Anything happens to him, anything goes for him. But he doesn't let any of this get him down. He's always very excited, very happy, very optimistic, kind of like a more toned-down, realistic human SpongeBob, sort of. And yes, played by Weird Al. He's got a few friends, but some people consider him to be either a clown or a klutz, or, in this one nerdy kid's case, a nuisance who keeps stealing the spotlight. He's also got a dog named D.O.G. Get it? D.O.G. It's how you spell dog. Who always seems to save the day in the end, no matter what happens. Well, a loyal dog with a very strange face. The episodes in this are definitely written like the Phineas and Ferb episode, but obviously with a lot more action and a lot more craziness, as it's not about two kids building weird things and then the evil scientist from I don't know where battling a platypus. This one's all about every little possible thing going horribly wrong for this one guy and all the people around him. Now, there are a few things about this show that are a little, not bad, but worrying, as they won't really be evident right from the first season or two, but when it gets down to the fourth season or something, like Phineas and Ferb, that's when it could start getting an issue. It could get really repetitive like Phineas and Ferb. Granted, because the plot and stories are not as specific as Phineas and Ferb, as it's just something goes wrong. So you can put Milo in any situation and then something will go wrong. See, that isn't nearly as repetitive, but that's not to say that it isn't repetitive at all. They could fall into the same trap that they did with Phineas and Ferb and get the same kind of thing over and over again. Same with, like, D.O.G. He's kind of like the Perry the Platypus of the show, only not really, like, I was going to say sentient, but not really as intelligent as Perry, because he is just a dog. He's probably going to be the Deus Ex Machina of the show, always just coming in out of the blue to save Milo and his friends from whatever happens. Now, that's not necessarily bad, but again, it would kind of diffuse the tension of the show. You would see something bad going on, and then you'd say, oh, okay, when's D.O.G. showing up? Oh, Milo's going to fall off a cliff. What's going to happen? Where's D.O.G.? Oh, there he is. Call it. If they just know how to vary it up enough, they'd be able to avoid stuff like this. Which I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying be careful. But the rest of the stuff in the show is great. I actually like the art style better here than I did in Phineas and Ferb. I liked Phineas and Ferb's art style a lot, but I don't know what it is about this show. I guess maybe it's the cast or something, and just whatever it is, it seems to work better here. The characters are really fun too. He's got a great group of friends. He's got this weird nerd character, that enemy, sort of, except Milo doesn't consider him an enemy, who always tries to act more important than he really is, like a lot of people in high school? What grade are these people in? I can't really tell. They look like high school, but they could be middle school, and then again, if Rhapsody's anything to go by, they could be in elementary school. I don't know. And of course, we all know Phineas and Ferb had a very unique brand of humor, and I think Weird Al definitely tapped into this, because a lot of the stuff Milo says is definitely stuff that you could see Weird Al saying outside of a TV show. Like, don't worry, my dad says whatever doesn't kill you may make you fatally injured, or something like that. I don't remember the exact line, but that was in the first episode, and that was right from that point I knew this was going to be good. Speaking of that pilot episode, that was a very good one. All the people were betting on whether or not Milo and the new kid were going to make it to school on time, and, well, sure enough, the new kid had no idea what he was in for when he decided to stand next to Milo at the bus stop. Then every horrible, destructive thing goes wrong, and Milo is just completely prepared for it, because he always knows that no matter where he goes, what he does, something's going to happen, but he's fine with it. He never lets it get him down. And of course, Weird Al does an amazing job voicing the character. He's so optimistic, so happy and outgoing, while also bringing in a huge sense of fun. He really helps bring the character to life, and I couldn't see anyone else in this role. And yes, he sings the theme song, like I said. I don't know if he wrote the lyrics, but hey, he sings it. And that's definitely got to bring some people in, because hey, Weird Al's a great singer and a fun singer too, so why not tune in to see him sing the theme song, or rather hear him sing the theme song. This is definitely the kind of show you can keep watching over and over and over again. With that said though, remember, it could get repetitive, so be careful, because I want to keep it that way. Now, the show has only been on for a little bit. I don't know how long, but you know that it's not been a year as of now. So I'm pretty sure it's still on its first season. I highly recommend seeing it if Disney decides not to bump it to Disney XD, unless if they already have or not. Let's face it, Disney doesn't like keeping quality shows on their network anymore. They did it to Gravity Falls, and who knows, they might do it to Milo Murphy. Don't do it to yourselves! The show is a lot of fun. I'd highly recommend watching it, but I'm not done here yet. There's one more little note I'd like to mention. The creator, Jeff Swampy Marsh and Dan Povenmire, they both said that Milo Murphy's town is just a few miles, a few blocks, I don't remember what they said, but it's a little bit away from Danville, the town in Phineas and Ferb. Now, I might be reading into something here a little too deeply, or there may be a Phineas and Ferb reunion / crossover with Milo Murphy. It's possible. They said that it takes place in the same universe, and it is even just a little bit of ways away from the town. Who knows? After all, Phineas and Ferb was a huge success for Disney. Even towards the end, when people started catching on to the formula, it was still huge, and the last episode brought in a lot of viewers. And a lot of people were not ready to see them go, even though it's been like 8 years, so... And they did do that OWCA files thing that didn't go over very well, so this could be a thing. They could bring it back and have Weird Al, aka Milo Murphy, interact with Phineas, Ferb, Doofenshmirtz, all those people. Now, wouldn't you want to see that? I know I would. I'll just have to keep watching the show and see if that comes up. So, folks, another shorter one today, but hey, that's what Wishlist Week is all about, except for all the other stuff it's about. So, here it is, the Archibald Seal of Approval, what you've all been waiting for. And Wishlist Week number 3 is almost over. We got one more, people. Tomorrow's is definitely a big one. The one that this whole thing has been building up to, I'd say. I planned this right from the beginning to have this one be the last, because ever since I reviewed one show during this, you people have definitely wanted to see it. I got a lot of requests for that one. And I knew I was going to, because you can't talk about one without the other. What does all this mean? What is this show? You're going to have to tune in tomorrow for the grand finale of Wishlist Week 3. Sorry about that. Well, folks, strap yourselves in. It's gonna be a big one. But in the meantime, I'd suggest watching Milo Murphy's Law. Do it now before Disney decides to do something stupid like change its time slot or bump it to Disney XD or both. Enjoy it while you can, folks.